Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. So tonight is game 2 of the National League Division Series, the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Chicago Cubs. And I had a bad feeling about Saturday's game. The Brewers, they feast on left-handed pitching. Matthew Boyd on 3 days rest. Only threw so many pitches, but I think it's the process of just getting ready for those games. It also takes a toll on them as well. 9 runs in the first 2 innings. Final score was 9-3. Did not go well, but we're back today where the Cubs will have Shota Imanaga, also a left-handed pitcher. So hopefully Shota's ready to go. I think he will be. Hopefully keep the Brewers here a little bit more off balance. And we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll be back at Wrigley Field Wednesday and hopefully Thursday as well. We got to win today to make that happen for sure. All right, class is in session. Today's Monday, October 6th, 2025. Lesson number 37. Take a look at Jimmy Johnson. Now, not the one that you're thinking of. That one I don't prefer for that Jimmy Johnson. But this was a San Francisco 49ers defensive back, 3-time All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, All-70s team, Hall of Famer, 213 games, 47 interceptions. That's pretty good right there. And in 1945, Billy Goat Sinus brought his Billy Goat into Wrigley Field, and this is where the curse all comes from. And they said, sir, you cannot bring your Billy Goat into Wrigley Field, which I guess he brought it in during the regular season. It was not a big deal. So him and the Billy Goat were escorted out. And then he put a curse on the Cubs, the curse of the Billy Goat, which lasted until 2016. So I feel that because of that, the Cubs are going to win today. The Cubs will win today because of this Billy Goat curse nonsense. And in 1955, Tony Dungy was born. Hall of Fame coaching career, coach for Tampa Bay and Indy. Always a class act. Whenever you hear him talk, just kind of soft and gentle, but very, disciplinarian-like, or you knew that he was in charge. And that thing where nice guys finish last, nonsense. He started off with Tampa Bay, a 96-54 record, pretty good, but in that division with the Packers. And I feel like his playoff record of 9-10, a lot of those losses were against the Green Bay Packers, also facing the New England Patriots. I mean, he went and got against 2 very good teams. One of them a dynasty in a lot of his playoff runs, and as a Colts coach, he was 112-85. Happy birthday to Tony Dungy. All right, this week's lesson plan. Monday is just me rambling on here a little bit. We're going to recap the football games here in a little bit. I meant to bring one pack, but I forgot. Tuesday, I got a friend. It's an older video. We're going to look at some Marvel. We're going to look at 1990 Marvel's cards versus 2025. Wednesday is Topps Platinum Anniversary. Thursday, I do have a TTM return. One of my football returns came in. We're going to take a look at that. And on Friday, we'll go downtown hunting with some Optic. I did buy a couple of those Revolution football boxes from Sam's Club. So hopefully the Packers win against the Bengals this week, and I can open up one of those with you next week. Now, let's look at this week's games. 49ers and Rams. 49ers had no one playing, and they still won. I was totally surprised by that game there. Vikings and Browns. I thought the Browns were going to win for a little bit, but kind of thought in the end, being overseas for 2 weeks, I feel like they probably gelled a little bit, the Vikings, and they have injuries themselves, but they did pull that game out. Colts, no surprise there. Saints and Giants, I kind of thought the Saints would get their one victory of the year, and they did. Cowboys came out to ball. Now, the Eagles and Broncos, that was a little bit of a surprise. I do feel like no one's going to run the table these days. Everyone's going to lose at least once, but I was surprised it was at home. And my principal, talking with her this morning, she said she was glad. The team needed to lose, kind of refocus a little bit, and then get back after it this week. So they did lose. Panthers and Dolphins. Panthers got 2 wins now. Ravens in Texas, not surprised at all. I heard the injury report for the Ravens. It was a mile long. I probably could have suited up and played for them a little bit. But I think the biggest surprise of the weekend was the Cardinals. They were up, 21-6 going into halftime. No one scored in the third. And was it 16 unanswered points by the Titans? That's just crazy. Again, they were at home. I feel like being at home really doesn't matter much in the NFL anymore like it used to be like when I was a kid. Buccaneers and Seahawks, man, Baker Mayfield just balls out. They are 4-1 on this football season, win 38-35. Lions, no big surprise there. The Chargers came out, they were winning 10-0 right away. Second quarter, the Commanders, they flipped the switch. It was tied at 10 at the half, and they dominated the rest. So maybe Jaden Daniels is back there. But I also do think that the Chargers, they had some hype earlier in the year. I don't see it anymore. I think, I want Justin Herbert to play well. I'm just not sure if it's there or not. Another surpriser. I was telling people that don't be surprised when the Patriots do score some points. Now, did I think they were going to win? No. It was more going to be like a field goal game, which it was, and they won. So I was surprised they won. Not surprised it was that close of a game. So what do we have here? Chiefs and Jaguars. I do think the Chiefs are going to win. The Jaguars are 3-1. They've really kind of dominated the turnover battle. They got 4 turnovers last week against the 49ers when they did win. I don't think the Chiefs are going to give them that opportunity today. So I do think the Chiefs are going to win over a touchdown. All right. Go Cubs. Class is dismissed.